with what is described as non-human genetic material,
hybrids,
potentially for the enhancement of human capabilities, hybrids. Are any of you familiar with that? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
I am not, ma'am.
I'm not.
No, ma'am.
They all shot her down. Even the UAP experts are like, nah, bitch, you crazy. The good news. What is the good news, Waldo? Don't keep us in suspense for too long. Satire publication The Onion buys Alex Jones's InfoWars at auction with Sandy Hook family's backing. So, Alex Jones, a fantastic guy that he is, said a lot of lies about the Sandy Hook shooting. Then his fans literally started threatening the parents of Sandy Hook. Then they sued him and won all the money. Trillions of dollars. They won trillions of dollars from him. And he can't pay that, obviously. He doesn't have trillions of dollars. So he's being forced by the court to sell off his assets. That includes InfoWars as an entity. Okay, so there's copyright laws and stuff like that exist. So if I put up a big banner that said InfoWars back here, I would be lying. Okay, because I'm not part of their organization. I can't say that I am CNN. That doesn't make any sense. I can't tell you that I am Fox News. That you get sued. If I put their logo back here and said I am part of Fox News, you can get sued for these things. Probably not, because nobody watches and nobody's paying attention to me, but the possibility exists. So they have bought it now. The Onion owns the name InfoWars. They even own the desk and the microphones he was using, the lights and the cameras that he had. I think they might even own the studio. That's real estate. Maybe he was paying rent, maybe he was paying mortgage. I don't know. But they own all of it, which means that they could, hypothetically, literally sit at that desk that he was literally sitting at, and then put up that background. They own the name. Let's look at InfoWars images. So they could literally sit in front of this. They could stand right here and do exactly this. Can you even see that on screen? No, you can't, because I'm bad at everything. They could literally stand there in front of this screen, in front of that thing. Yeah, I think they will do something positive with it. Let's read what they've already had to say, because they've already put out something. Why I Decided to Buy Onion Wars by Bryce P. Tetrader, Global Tetrahedron CEO. Nice flag they got there. Very 80s businessman Gordon Gekko happening over here with Bryce. Today we celebrate a new addition into the Global Tetrahedron LLC family of brands. And let me say, I really do see it as a family. Much like family members, our brands are abstract nodes of wealth, interchangeable assets for their patriarch to absorb and discard, according to their opaque whims of the market. And just like family members, our brands regard one another with mutual suspicion and malice. All told, the decision to acquire InfoWars was an easy one for the Global Tetrahedron executive brand, founded in 1999 on the heels of the Satanic Panic, and growing steadily ever since. InfoWars has distinguished itself as an invaluable tool for brainwashing and controlling the masses. With a shrewd mix of delusional paranoia and dubious anti-aging nutrition hacks, they strive to make life both scarier and longer for everyone. A commendable goal. They are a true unicorn, capable of simultaneously inspiring public support for billionaires and stoking outrage at an inept federal state that can assassinate JFK but can't put a man on the moon. It is a complicated thought process. Do I need the hat? I do need the hat. Good point. Through it all, InfoWars has shown an unanswering commitment to manufacturing anger and radicalizing the most vulnerable members of society, values that resonate deeply with all of us at Global Tetrahedron. No price would be too high for such a cornucopia of malleable assets and minds, and yet in a stroke of good fortune, a formidable special interest group has outwitted the hapless owner of InfoWars, a forgettable man with an already forgotten name. Nobody's going to remember him, folks. And forced him to sell it at a steep bargain, less than $1 trillion. Make no mistake, this is a coup for our company and a well-deserved victory for multinational elites the world over. What's next for InfoWars remains a live issue. The excess funds initially allocated for the purchase will be reinvested into our philanthropic efforts that include business school scholarships for promising cult leaders, a charity that donates elections to at-risk third world dictators, and a new pro bono program pairing orphans with stable factory jobs at no cost to the factories. Hooray! So they're doing all kinds of good stuff. As for the vitamins and supplements, this is the best part. I like this part. We are halting their sale immediately. Utilitarian logic dictates that if we can extend even one CEO's life by 10 minutes, diluting these miracle elixirs for public consumption, gross, is an unethical waste. Instead, we plan to collect the entire stock of the InfoWars warehouse into a large vat and boil the contents down to a single candy bar-sized omnivitamin that one executive, I will not name names, may eat to increase his power and become immortal. All will be revealed in due time. For now, let's enjoy this win and toast to the continued consolidation of power and capital. Infinite growth forever. Bryce P. Tetrader, Global Tetrahedron CEO. The Omnivitamin, I think, is fantastic. They're going to take all of the things that he owned, all of those brain pills, and they're just going to boil them down to their essence, and then have one guy eat them and become immortal. This is a brilliant plan. So this is the good news. They could maybe sit literally at his desk and just say whatever they want with that thing behind them, and they own it now. They own it. They own the rights to it. They own the photos. They own the words. They own every bit of the website. In reality, because that was a fun joke. In reality, they do own the website. They can put whatever they want on it. It's theirs now. And I think this is a fantastic thing. This is great news. I'm very happy this happened. They can do. How would they make it ridiculous? I don't know what they would do. But Onion, feel free to call me. I'll gladly sit behind that desk and tell people things. What would they do? Say ridiculous things? Alex Jones already does that. Would they support stupid stuff? Alex Jones already does that. Would they spread fear and lies? Alex Jones already does that. Would they spread levity and fun? Maybe. They're probably not going to be able to specifically impugn Alex Jones himself, but they can show a picture of him with the things he said in the past and then have a good time with it, I suppose, because that would be the brand that they bought. And so they can do with it what they like, and it'll be a good time. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on it, and it'll be a good time as we watch what happens. And it'll be fun. I think this is the bright, sunny side of the coming apocalypse that maybe we can have a laugh at and a chuckle before everything goes to shit. And while I still have the hat on, before I take it off, we need to cover some other very important news right here. Here we go. Boebert questions UFO experts on underwater civilizations. All right, Lauren Boebert. Very fun. This will be a good time. Here we go.
Congresswoman Lauren Boebert won her new safely Republican seat by only half the margin of her Republican predecessors, but she is already back hard at work in Congress, laser focused on the issue that Coloradans sent her there to address: underwater space aliens. Boebert.
Sass. Can you feel the sass? This guy's off the charts. I love it. I'm so happy for him.
It's on the House Oversight Committee, which is looking for secret government research into aliens and UFO.
Look at all the empty seats, because nobody wanted to be here when the UFO experts testified. And to be fair, these are not UFO witnesses, these four guys down here. They interviewed witnesses, and they're bringing you secondhand, sometimes third-hand information. And we shouldn't let Congress waste their time on this, but apparently we do, and it's fine, and nothing is wrong. And we're about to see the dumbest among us talk about space aliens.
UFOs, which they now also call UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena.
They had to change the name from UFOs because only crazy people believe in UFOs. Real, sensible, logical thinkers call them UAPs.
Today, four self-described UAP experts testified to their belief that the Pentagon is hiding proof of aliens visiting Earth. Boebert said, quote, "The American people are being kept in the dark." Her line of questioning was pretty out there.
There are rumors that have come up to the Hill of a secretive project within the Department of Defense involving the manipulation of human genetics with what is described as non-human genetic material,
hybrids,
potentially for the enhancement of human capabilities, hybrids. Are any of you familiar with that? Yes or no?
No, ma'am. I am not, ma'am.
I'm not.
No, ma'am.
They all shot her down. Even the UAP experts are like, nah, bitch, you crazy.
Non-human hybrids with special capabilities. Boebert was not done there. She spent most of her allotted time questioning the experts about alien cities and civilizations in the depths of the sea.
And so are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
And seems like there's still some questions that we need answers to, and we will not relent until we get those to the American people.
There are questions like who voted for Miss Boebert and why? Are you an idiot? That's an important question. We need to find her voters and ask them, are you a dipshit? And did you have to practice to become such a big dipshit, or were you born that way? These are the important questions that nobody is asking. Were you born that way, or did you have to practice to be the stupid? Let's see. I think Sassy Guy has another little bit of sass to throw out there, and I like him. I like this guy.
Boebert clearly left the hearing without her answers on aliens, but said that she is looking forward to working with the incoming Trump administration to get to the bottom of this alien hybrid human thing and those underwater alien cities.
Yeah, there we go. Very important that they continue that work. This is the thing that I've always been saying about the Republicans. They don't believe in real things. If it's real, they don't care. If it's imaginary, it's super important. Secret underwater alien bases are important to them. They need to know the answers about it. Real shit, it's not real. They don't care. I remember my own family members were terrified of Ebola back when Obama was in charge. One American had ever caught it, but they were terrified of it. They were absolutely refusing to go to Walmart because that's where the black people are. And because they might get Ebola. But when COVID came, and Ebola wasn't real, it wasn't an actual problem. The only way you get Ebola is by touching dead people, dead Africans, honestly. And there was no chance of them getting that when they go to Walmart. COVID comes around, that's not real, not a thing. They didn't care. They abandoned it. They said, no, that's not right. That's not, the science is all wrong. And they walked into Walmart without a mask, without any protection, and masks are stupid. I don't get it. Why are you terrified about the unreal things, but you disregard the real things? I don't get it. I don't comprehend how they get to this mind state. Same thing for Jesus, honestly. They're terrified of sinning, but they don't mind doing actual bad things to real people that really exist. Trans people exist. Jesus doesn't. And they will harm the trans people that are real and do exist for an imaginary ghost. I don't get it.
Pressing the thumbs up button will release chemicals in your human brain that will make you feel.
The Secretary of Defense, I showed him last time, but Pete Hegseth said that he doesn't wash his hands because germs aren't real. Let's look that up real quick.
As I told you, my 2019 resolution is to say things on air that I say off air. I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years. Really, I don't really wash my hands ever.
Help me!
No, I inoculate myself. It's just not, germs are not a real thing. I can't see them, therefore they're not real.
So you're becoming...
I can't see them, therefore they're not real, says the very, very, very Christian man who has giant crosses tattooed all over his chest and believes in Jesus and will start a holy war with the Middle East. He hates Muslims. He really does. Muslims are real. They are real. You can see them. You can find them. You can poke them. They do exist. But he's going to start a holy war based on their beliefs, which you also can't see. This is insanity, is what I'm saying. He can't see the germs. That means they're not real, but he believes in Jesus, you see? He doesn't believe in germs. Not just crosses, iron crosses like the Nazis had. Yeah, he has 5 iron crosses on his chest. He calls them Jerusalem crosses, but he's a liar. You see, I can see the iron crosses. We can see those. Those iron crosses are real, Shinseto, which means that you can see them, which means they're not real. Again, we're in this backward land where the things that you can see and you can measure and you can look at and you can observe aren't real. Germs can be observed. Iron crosses can be observed, but those aren't real. The only thing that's real is our imaginations and the way we feel about dead ghosts from 2,000 years ago. Mess. Madness. We are in the weirdest timeline. I say as I wear a tinfoil hat. His internal argument is probably they are real, but they're not really people. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter what is observable, what is scientifically provable. The only thing that matters is how he feels. He feels like he doesn't want to wash his hands. He feels like he does not want to accept their beliefs, so they're not real.
I am the algorithm. Click on this video to make me happy. You wouldn't like me when I am angry.